Hi everyone, welcome back to another art therapy video. Because this Monday was Family Day, we're going to do a few prompts surrounding family, what family means to us, and who is family to us. So today we're going to be drawing a family tree. And to start that, you guys can either freehand a tree, or if you want a little trick or a helpful way to kind of get started on your tree, you can actually use your hand and a bit of your forearm as the outline for your trunk and your branches. So if you lay your hand on your piece of paper, kind of like this, with a little bit of your wrist on there as well, you are going to lightly trace your hand around, and if you want, you can leave the fingertips open if you want to edit it a little bit later. I'll leave mine open to show you what it looks like. Okay, so you lightly trace your hand. So we've got, this is our trunk, and then this opens up to some branches. And then if you wanted to go into that even further and add some branches, you can do that. So you can add a few extra branches in here and there. I'll show you kind of what that looks like. And it just depends on how creative you want to get with it. But there's no limit to kind of what you can do to make it your own. So this is a little bit of an example. So I've added some branches on to my fingers just to make it more tree-like. But again, you can just leave it as your fingers. So the first thing I want you guys to do is just draw the trunk and the branches of your tree, and then we will come back after that. You guys are also welcome to color the trunk and branches of your tree during this time as well, okay? Alright, so now we're going to start filling in our family tree before we add any of the greenery or the leaves to our tree. And I want to take a second to recognize that there's lots of different ways that we can define family, and whatever it is that you use to define family, I want you to use for this. And we're going to go through a few different definitions, but if we don't go through one that pertains to your own situation, I want you to feel free to add whomever you would consider family to your family tree. So this is not your generic only blood relatives in your family tree. This is legitimately people that you consider to be your family, and there will be no questioning of that, okay? So we'll start off with the generic. So anyone that is blood related that you want to add as your close family, you don't need to worry about going into extended cousins and all that stuff. Keep it close for now. We'll keep the really important people on this family tree. But go ahead and wherever you like, kind of around the branches, you can start writing in people's names. And we're going to fill in a lot of this space, and then we'll add the bushes around, or the leaves around it, to create the tree at the end. So feel free to use whatever space you like up here. And we, like I said, we'll start with the blood relatives, the really important ones. And then we'll move on to different terms or definitions of people or things that could be family to you, okay? All right, so the next category for people that you might consider family, or that a lot of people would consider family, is people that are become a part of your family either through marriage or love, whether or not people are married or not. Love is one way that brings new families together. So if you know someone through marriage or love, and you want to add them to your family tree, go ahead and add them. You guys are welcome to put them in different colors, or you can leave it all in the same color scheme, whatever works best for you. Again, anyone that you know either through love or through marriage that you want to add to your family tree, go ahead and do that now. Alright, next up is for all of you guys that have had furry members of your family, or if you've had adopted siblings or foster family, anything like that, where you're family but you're not blood related and you were adopted in, or someone else was adopted in, or something else. So you're welcome to put any or all of your pets now onto your family tree, and or anyone else that may have been adopted in to your family, okay? All right, so we've got blood relatives, relatives through love or through marriage. We've got our adopted relatives or furry pets that are most definitely part of our family. Now we will move on to those friends that we have that we would consider family. So these are those really close friends that you've known maybe a long time, maybe not so long, but you trust them like family and you treat each other like family. And again, it's completely up to you who you add to this list, to this family tree of yours. But go ahead, you can add any friend that you have that you would consider to be a part of your family. Alright, so as your page is slowly filling up with all of these people that are bringing some form of family into your life, whether that's through friendship or through love or through blood relations, they're still part of your family. So the last one that I want to do is just anyone that's left that you haven't done that treats you like family, but didn't fall into maybe one of those categories. So we can consider in this situation maybe supportive roommates, or people that have just had your back, emotionally or financially, or they've supported you in some way, or they are encouraging. They're not even people that you necessarily have to have a close relationship with, but they're people that you trust. And again, I'll leave the discretion kind of up to you, but in the broadest terms that I can come up with, anyone that's left that's not on your list, that treats you like family and that you feel like they are part of your family, you can go ahead and add them on. Another example would also be like old family friends, if you didn't add them to the previous list. But like I said, supportive roommates or people that have really helped you in some shape or form, supported you like a family, anything like that. Okay? Alright, so when you have everything written down, or everyone and everything that you would consider part of your family written down on your page, you are then going to create the leafy section of your tree based on kind of where you have written your words. So you're going to create sections and you're just going to kind of bubble your way. There's no wrong way to do this. Excuse me. There's no wrong way to go about making your tree or the kind of bushy sections of it. So you can kind of go along like that. You can use a few different colors. And then you're welcome to fill it in as well, if you want to color everything in. And excuse me, and you can decide what color you want your tree to be, what season it is, whether it's going to be a summery tree, a spring tree, a fall tree, wintry tree, whatever you want. Okay, so there's an example of the outline. And then I'm just gonna take a green and fill it in. And you guys are welcome to do the same. So take the next little bit here to fill in the rest of your tree, and then we'll come back to close. Alright, you guys, and there you have it. You've got your own family tree, and the only reason that I put quotation marks around family is for those of you that are strict on their own definition of family. This just means it's a little bit looser of a definition, just to encompass everyone and all of our definitions. And the purpose of this prompt was just to kind of enforce the idea that, you know, no matter how many relatives that you have nearby, whether it's a lot or a few, the term family can encompass a lot more than just who's physically related to you. And I hope that you guys are all surrounded by at least a few people that you would consider to be family. And just to be thankful for those people in your life and surround yourself with those people. But yeah, that's our family tree for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the prompt, and I will see you guys again on Friday.